love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause to find power, because in those moments, we discover our true potential. Pause is power.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker.
Much quicker.
And you need to make sure.
Need to.
I'm the coach.
And I'm the assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
Massive. Get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload the ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
We're always innovating to keep you always moving forward.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause to find power, because in those moments, we discover our true potential. Pause is power.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker.
Much quicker.
And you need to make sure.
Need to.
I'm the coach.
And I'm the assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
Massive. Get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload the ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand Draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
We're always innovating to keep you always moving forward.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
Dawn in Jamaica women's football, and the finish was deadly. Chanel Spence has done it again. Gregory, goal!
This second leg of the Jamaica Women's Premier League semi-finals sets up as a classic contrast. Real Mona's youthful energy and history-making momentum against Frazsiers Whip's experience, pedigree, and ruthless consistency. The newcomers trying to extend the dream versus the champions trying to close the door. This is how the bracket looks. Of course, Arnett Gardens they play later on this evening, but it's about Frazsiers Whip taking on Real Mona. After the first leg concluded with a 5-0 drubbing of the newcomers, or the returnees. Frazsiers Whip in their warm-up process, of course, Courtney Dowdy. Happy with the position his team is currently in. Nevigal Abel just going through her paces. Asia Lee as well. We can't wait to see this team get rolling. And that's a happy manager on screen. Bright smiles here at the JFF Center of Excellence. Of course, Real Mona, they still believe they have a chance. Still positive spirits within the camp. But it's going to be a tall deficit to reduce today. Monica Boslevich has been a real instrumental piece in this Real Mona squad. The likes of Brianna Marr. Can they put something positive today to overturn what seems that it can't be done? Of course, shots looking over the University of the West Indies. That's the Leslie Robinson Hall in the backdrop there, as well as Rex Netterford Hall, named after Rex Netterford. And we're just moments away from kickoff. But before that, let's take a look at what transpired in the first leg of the semi-finals. Of course, the JFF Center of Excellence here is on the UWI Mona campus, overlooking the hills of St. Andrew here. We're trying to get you to take a look at the highlights from the first leg. But while that is being prepared, we can see the referees going through their warm-up paces as well. It's going to be a lot of running. It's going to be intense.
Coach Neil, it doesn't get...
Let's take a look back at the highlights from the first leg of the semi-finals.
And we're off. Hill whips it in. Shot comes in. First of the afternoon. But Cassandra Smith is able to keep it in and put a cross in. Not claimed on the first attempt by Anastasia Green. It's becoming a constant thread in this game so far. Neither team keeping possession for long, but Chanel Spence has stolen it and fired it the wrong side of the post atop the box. But Nevigal Abel finds a way to find Chanel Walters, who gets a cross in, and it's met by Chanel Spence. She always finds a way. Sometimes she needs more than one chance, but rest assured, she will find the back of the net. Launches it long once more. Kershaw Thomas with a strong header against Ashbourne. And now here comes Walters. Looking for Christina Salmon, who's generally been quiet. Neville Abel finding a pass to Chanel Spence. Goes around the goalkeeper and finds the back of the net. Attempted pass over the top to Ashbourne, and she's tripped up right outside of the box. It's a yellow card against Italia Robinson. Finding Mar. Advantage played there, I'm sure. And Salmon wins it. She's racing through and gets the better of Shanae Ashley and finds the back of the net. The league's leading goal scorer was not to be denied for too long. I think she was trying to tee up for a shot, you know. As that one is played over the top to Bosilivac, who takes it early. That one straight to the chest of Neville Abel. It's Real Mona in possession as Bosilivac tries to find Ashbourne. She still might and has, and that's a clumsy challenge. Jennifer Williams. Gale. That's an excellent pass. And another save. And then a goal line save. Deandra Brady. Sent long, and Ashbourne couldn't quite connect. Now here comes Neville Abel down the right-hand side, finding Chanel Spence, looking for options, trying to find Walters, who eventually gets it and forces a great save out of Anastasia Green. Corner kick coming in, and it is mayhem. And where there's mayhem, you can quite often find Neville Abel at the center of it. Clutching her left calf. Tavia Gale. Another excellent pass from the right back. Chanel Spence putting that one in. Christina Salmon trying to find the back of the net, and it eventually is found, but by the substitute, Riquana Richards. Free kick comes in, and it's a decent attempt, but caught well by Robinson, and that's surely it. It is it for this Jamaica Women's Premier League semi-final first leg. The champions against the Cinderellas. After 90 minutes, Frazsiers with 5. Real Mona 0.
Another emphatic victory from the defending champions. Frazsiers whip 5-0 against Real Monas. Previous commentator on that game, J. Williams, called them the Cinderellas. Can they prove themselves otherwise this evening? Let's take a look, or take a listen at what the coaches had to say at the end of that game.
Coach Neo, it doesn't get much tougher than that. I'll just allow you to tell us your thoughts about the game.
Good game of football. Many lessons learned today. I was told in the crowd to stop my talking. I will never stop talking. I bring the youngest set of girls to the semi-finals. In the crowd, talking to people that we've knocked out already. So we've done what we had to do. Everything here is about learning. I said to the girls at halftime that what this Frazier's whip team has, I can't coach that. That's experience. That's the maturity of the football game. That's knowing where you need to be, when you need to be there, and the communication. And that's why we're in the league. We're in the league to learn. We're in the league to teach these 13 and 14-year-olds that football is a little bit more advanced. Frazier's whip raised the level for us today. I think at some point in the game, we raised it as well. But the scoreline, 5-0, I think we'll just come again next week and try to get a better showing for ourselves.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, how do you look forward to next week, seeing that many would say the tie is over, but I know you well enough to know that you would never say that personally.
La Realas nunca es derrotada. That's the motto of Reynolds Academy. Royalty is never defeated. And the defeat might have been today on paper, but there's so many lessons to learn from this game. So many might say the tie is over before it even had started. And we came out here, and I think at some points we had Frazier's trying to play some football as well. And I'll tell you like that, I look around the stands here today, and I can say it again every time I say it. If female football can get this turnout, football is winning in Jamaica. And that's what we are about. Win, lose, or draw. What we saw here today is the growth of female football in Jamaica.
Coach Dowdy, I realized that before the game you were quite jovial. As soon as the game kicked off, you got very serious. But once a couple of goals went in, you were settled again. Is that the type of feeling that you get around this team?
Yes, definitely. And the instruction was clear today. You know, just go out there and give up your best game. And I think they did well today. I'm happy with the girls' performance today.
Usually I would ask about anything tactical, anything that your team did well in particular that you would love. But just the quality on display today, I'm sure that's what would have pleased you the most.
Yes, man, definitely. I said to them that we have to be aggressive today, use the areas as much as possible. When you look at the Real Mona team, when they press to one side of the field, the other side is empty. So we capitalize on that today, and I think that we worked on it in training on Thursday, and trust me, it paid off today for us.
And, of course, you were confident throughout the season about lifting titles. Of course, this tie isn't done. I will never be disingenuous to say that. But what's your confidence level like now after a performance like that about lifting yet another championship?
I mean, the confidence has always been there. We started the season on a high. The aim is to finish on high. We started the season as defending champion, and that's the plan going throughout the entire competition. Yes, we'll have tough teams to play, but that's what Frazier's are here for, to play the tough teams. And today was a good game. They had us in patches, but I think we prevailed in the end.
All right, so we've heard the coaches at the end of the first leg. The second leg begins now. Real Mona have already made history, but they now face the toughest possible challenge against Frazier's Whip, a side that has owned the JWPL for 3 straight consecutive seasons. And yes, that's a bit redundant, but it's the emphasis. It could be said that this contest is already over. A summit aggregate to overturn for Real Mona against a team that is yet to drop a point and on the brink of an indomitable season. Christina Hudson will lead the greeting party, the chairperson for the PWFJL. And of course, she's led by the captain of Frazier's Whip, Nevergale Abel. Christina Powell from Real Mona, team manager. Miss Marcia Pinnock as well, team manager for Frazier's Whip. Now it's time for Ashley, the captain of Real Mona, to lead the greeting party in meeting her team. We're at the JFF Captain Horace Burrell Center of Excellence on the University of the West Indies Mona campus. And we're a few moments away from kickoff time. So for the final time, with pleasantries exchanged by these two teams, 90 minutes to go. And what will ensue is another great battle. Shanika Young will start in goal for Real Mona. This is how their starting lineup looks. Shani Ashley, the captain. DeAndre Brady, Nicolette Pendergrass, Olivia Ashbourne, Carisma McLaren, Kai Phillips, Monica Boslevich, Brianna Marr, Kiana Brown, Alexia Evans, and they're coached by Neo Oxford. Beautiful ground here. One of the best carpets in the island. Allows for a really good football to be played. Yvette Stevenson, the match official in the middle of the park. She's supported by Kishwana Robinson, Jamari Gordon, and Andre Brown, the fourth official. Now let's take a look at Frazier's Whip starting lineup. Italia Robinson in goal. Nevergill Abel, captain, is still in there. Shantae Price, Asia Lee, Rikiana Richards, Kersha Thomas, Jennifer Williams, Latoya Atkinson, Christina Salmon, her leading goal scorer for the league, as well as Tavia Gale and Gilisha Gilbert completes that starting lineup. Both teams getting their final huddle. Frazier's Whip with basically 1 foot in the final after that 5-0 first leg. It's going to be a mountain to climb for this lad here and his charges. New Oxford. And sitting pretty comfortably and relaxed. Courtney Dowdy, head coach of Frazier's Whip. Can he make his 4th consecutive final appearance with this exciting outfit of Frazier's Whip? Olivia Ashbourne, leading goal scorer for Real Mona. Of course, she'd want a better showing in today's game. Couldn't find the back of the net in the first leg. So for the final time in this encounter, it's semi-final number 1 today. The second leg, Frazier's Whip already using the flanks to attack like they did in the first leg. And some defensive duties early for Real Mona. Evans now for Real Mona. Gets in the middle of the park. Finds Ashbourne. Already been hurled by 2-3 Frazier's Whip. And loses possession. Atkinson. To Thomas. Here's Tavia Gale now. Has options in front of her, trying to get over the defense with a lofted pass. Broken up. Time now for Evans. A bit too insouciant. And loses possession. And giving up a free kick in a very potential area for a good strike at goal. It's going to be Price going for goal. That one just over the top. It looked good. Shanika Young, who is normally playing in an attacking position, is being put in goal today by Neil Oxford. And Anastasia Green replaced now on the bench. So, bit of change there for Oxford. Let's see if he'll pay any dividends today. Here she is again. Trying to break the line, but broken up, but a throw into Real Mona nonetheless. Brady to Pendergrass, back to Brady. Trying to find Ashbourne, well defended. Williams being hurled by Evans. Frazier's whip looking very dangerous here now. Here's Tavia Gale, goes out wide. And couldn't find the overlapping run of Shante Price. Ashley goes short. Here's Monica. Boslevach loses possession. Trying to regain it. Price now. Ball went out of play. It's going to be a throw into Real Mona on this near side. Another look at the free kick. It was dipping, but Shanika Young watched it all the way. Not the best clearance here. A top tail on top of the box. And a first time strike straight down the throat of Shanika Young. She did well to hold on to it. She was well positioned as well. Frazier's whip again. And looking for the call of the referee, didn't come. Real Mona now on the ascendancy. Here's McLaren. Finds Evans. Oh, that would have been a lovely pass, feathered through to find Ashbourne. Broken up though. And here comes the switch again. Brianna Mark dropping deep. Trying to get inside the box again, and that would have been a good looking chance for Frazier's whip. Couldn't connect the dot. Tavia Gale switches the flag, looking for the run of Atkinson. And roughed up by Ashbourne doing some defensive duties. Here she bursts down this right-hand side now. With a good tackle and a good recovery. And Frazier's whip winning the free kick just inside Real Mona's half. Here's Tavia Gale again. Passes the ball well. The cross comes inside the box and went out of play. Just 6 minutes so far elapsed in this second leg, and the energy is already intense. Still no attempt at goal for Real Mona, but they've been a pretty decent amount of looks for Frazier's whip. Here they are again. Tavia Gale looking for the run. Dances inside. Gets by one. Still going. Eventually loses it. Here's Evans now. Should get by her marker. Couldn't connect with the pass though. Tavia Gale looks so confident. Price. Richards. Price. And finally, the clearance comes from Real Mona. It's going to be a corner kick. First one of the game. It's been a pretty intense 7 minutes so far. You can see the expressions on the player's face. The cross comes inside the box. Head goes up, misses. The pass eluded everyone. Here's Ashbourne now trying to break on the counter-attack. Well, there's no help really Trying to find charisma up front. Broken up. Here's Kershaw Thomas. Finds Gale. And Price is in a acre of space by herself. Gale goes to the byline, gets the crossing, blocked and charged down by Brianna Marr in a very defensive role early. Normally up the flanks, but unable to get herself in those positions because of the attack coming in from Frazier's whip. Ashley will look to launch this one upfield. No. Taking short. Decided to keep possession. Now the pass over the top. The flag stays down. Ashbourne. Charisma is inside the box waiting. Still Ashbourne. Being roughed up though by the Frazier's whip defense. Should get the free kick. And the referee obliges. Chance for Real Mona to create something of their own now. It's going to be McLaren to deliver from a very acute angle. Just about 5 players in and around the danger area. The cross comes inside the box. A good looking one, punched and parried away by Robinson. It's going to be a corner kick. The second of the game and the first for Real Mona. Trying to catch out the goalkeeper at the near post there. Thomas spreads it wide, finds Price. Good pass into the pocket of space there, but now broken up. Here's Marr. Bozdevac being shoved off possession. It's going to be a throw-in on the far side. Oxford already standing and giving instructions early. Real Mona, of course, are the first new entrant to reach the semi-finals of the Jamaica Women's Premier League. So pretty much they've already exceeded expectations. Even commented by the coach. So anything more is a bonus for them at this point. Here's a tackle coming in from Evans on the leading goal scorer of this tournament, this league. Salmon. Lovely give and go. Here's Price. Gets by the defender, but couldn't wrap her feet around that one to get a good attempt at goal. She has been doing a lot of running down this near side here. Here's Salmon. Broken up. Turns, trying to get through traffic. Here's Ashbourne now, a lovely pass through. Can she get by? Thomas, though, won't be able to do so. And she's orchestrating traffic very draconianly. Not too happy with what happened just now. Here's this pass over the top to Richards. Cuts inside the top of the box and able! She's able! That's her 13th goal of the season. And Frazier's whip extends their lead on aggregate. It's 6, but it's 1-0 on today. That was a pass on a platter. And to tap it home, what a pass from Richards, who came on as a substitute in the first leg, starting today And look at that assist. That's beautiful. Real Mona now. Already losing possession at the restart. Thomas. Again, the pass over the top. Lovely first touch by Richards. Trying to get Price involved. Will she keep it in play? Does well. Slow to close down. And a chance still now. It's time for Salmon. Leaves it for Price. Pass on top of the 18. Broken up now by Evans. Drives through the middle of the park. Still going is Evans. And this should be a card. Should be, but the referee not interested in showcasing any color just yet. And Gill lucky to get away with that one. It was very late on the challenge. Lovely lofted pass over the top. It's going to be a free kick the other way. High boots by Ashbourne. Frazier's whip now just trying to control the tempo in their favor. It's a very low block by Real Mona. Not sure if this is the best decision, considering Frazier's whip. They move the ball pretty well when given space and time. Here's Kershaw Thomas, one of the transfers from Cavalier. Decides to play with the defending champions this season. Very composed and talented individual she is. Loves to direct traffic. Has the pass to break the line. Decides to go with the Travolta pass. Not this time. Ashbourne now. Inside for McLaren. Over the top. And should fall in the hands of Robinson. They look like a well-drilled, oiled machine. Frazier's whip. Just confident, rotation. Look at Kershaw Thomas now in the back line. Sometimes she'll push up in the middle of the park playing that defensive midfield role. Here's Gale. He's going to decide to swing this one inside the box. Ashley. Headed clearance. Bozlevach helps on as well. Here's Pendergrass. Time now for Evans. Down the flank asking for the run of Brady. And a hard tackle coming in from the captain. Again, Abel. Strong challenge coming in. Brianna Moore trying to put Gale under some pressure. Thought she got through, but the whistle came belatedly, and it's going to be a free kick to Frazier's whip. Kershaw Thomas passes to Gale. And again, the pass over the top. Doing well is Kenyana Brown. Brianna Moore dropping deep. Bozlevach gets the return pass, and Brianna Moore wasn't ready for it. That goal, that early goal, has dampened the spirit a little bit for Real Mona. And you can see the expressions on the players' faces. Here's Price again. Cuts on top of the box again. Who's there? It was Salmon. Couldn't get her 25th goal just yet, but she has been knocking so far. Lovely pass from Price to Richards and bringing Salmon into play. Just couldn't find the target. Shanika Young, goalkeeper for Mona. Here's Price. Lovely pass inside the box. Decided against the shot first time. Loses possession. Here's Brianna now. Calmly done. Kiana Brown. Able in a very advanced position. Look at this. Thomas. Lovely stuff here from the girls in pink and black. Thomas again. There's a run on the far side. Finds her. Gets by her marker. 4 inside the box. Cuts on top of the 18. Couldn't get the shot up first time, and the flag's up on the near side. Wouldn't have counted. Shantae Price has been having a stellar game so far. It's just about 20 minutes played. Evans looking for Ashbourne, finds her. Hold up play well, lovely stuff here from Ashbourne. Still going, Ashbourne has options right and left, and the challenge comes in. Referee is not interested. Frazsiers whip. Trying to thread through Richards there. Pass a little bit too heavy. This was Ashbourne. I think done a little bit unfairly there by the referee. Evaded 3 separate challenges and was Thompson on the final attempt. Kershaw Thomas with Frazsiers whip. Real Mona just trying to stop the leakage, stop the bleeding here with a pretty low block positioning. And of course, Frazsiers whip just trying to stretch the field with the overlapping runs of the center backs and the full backs as well. And these type of passes over the top. Richards this time finds herself with possession. Back to Price. Still with Frazsiers. Williams. Back to Thomas. Asia Lee. Williams. Gale. Gale trying to get Richards involved and well marshaled by the Real Mona's defense, making it a little bit more difficult to get in those areas to get a shot at goal. But when they have possession, they've been a little bit slow out of their own half. But here they come, Real Mona, in the form of Deandra Brady. And a lovely pass finds Ashbourne, goes for the shot, and it just goes across the face of goal. But that's not a bad attempt. They're trying to catch Frazsiers whip on the counter-attack, but they're going to have to be a bit more pacey and exercise a little bit more strength. It's very humid conditions here at the JFF Horace Burrell Center of Excellence, and the first water break has been signaled by the referee. Just 22 minutes inside the first half. And it has been exhilarating so far. 1-0 to 0. Frazsiers whip courtesy of a captain strike from Abigail Abel. Inside the box, just tapping home easily for her 13th goal of the season. Interestingly, there's no Channel Spence in the lineup today. Spence, Abel, and Salmon have been the real targets in finding the goal. Here's a pass. Oh, lovely. A bit of bad positioning from the goalkeeper as well, but take nothing away from the finish. It was a good movement from the captain. Frazsiers Whip, they enter the semi-finals with a maximum of 30 points. And a 62 goals scored, only conceded 4 goals. And here's, as I was mentioning, Christine Salmon, Chanel Spence, and Neva Gail Abel. All 3 combined for 55 goals now. So we're about to restart play. Kershaw Thomas coming into this squad has been very industrious, playing a plethora of positions. Has been a real adequate replacement for a few players that they would have lost to overseas clubs and colleges and universities. Frazsiers Whip lining up one, goes for the shot, and it's miles over the bar this time. That was Natalia Atkinson. Still looking for her first goal of the season. Here's Thomas once more. Lovely pass over the top. Couldn't find the target first time. McLaren now for Real Mona. Asking for options. And the ball finds back Thomas. Here she is. Goes all the way back to Asia Lee. And all the way back to the goalkeeper, Robinson. Real Mona just resting on the halfway line, not really pressing. Trying to catch them on the counter-attack like instances like this. Here's Boslevach now, has Brianna Marr. All the way back to Brown. Not the best pass. Brianna manages to keep possession for Real Mona though. Boslevach can turn in the half space. Back inside for Evans. Roughed up by the defense and the referee spot the unfortunate tackle. Dubbed illegal by referee Yvette Stevenson, the lady in charge. It's going to be Ashley from the halfway line. Spreads it wide to Brady. Here's Pendergrass. Ashbourne, but the flag goes up. A wasted opportunity for Ramona to try and cause some havoc here. Pass over the top, but it should foul to Robinson before Brianna Marr can get there. Price. Lovely movement. And just a bit too much curl on the pass. Goes wayward. It's going to throw in for Real Mona. Atkinson versus Brady. It's going to be a throw-in. Tavia Gale has Price waiting on the touchline. Looking for some movements forward. Gets the pass she wanted. Out wide now to Price. We expect the cross should come on the floor. And dragged it a bit under her feet. Couldn't get it out. Was a few players inside the box waiting for that delivery. Asia Lee with the defense. Defensive header. Out wide now to Tavia Gale. Price. Keeps possession. Look at Abel. She's just all over the park. Thomas now advancing. Gets the pass out wide. Williams. Gets by Brady. Trying to thread that one in. Williams to Gill. Price has space and time this time. The cross comes inside the box. And clearance by Brianna. Half an hour played. And Frazsiers whip. Breaking the deadlock already. 6-0 on aggregate now. And they're still looking for more. Gill swings this one in. Headed out by Ashley. Price. To Gill. And Kayana Brown doing well for Real Mona to snuff out the danger. So much time and space. And not aware, wasn't cognizant of the fact of where she was and the time that she had as well. Here's Gale. Swing this one inside the box. It's a spillage by Young, but the flag went up as well, so wouldn't have counted. Tavia Gill, she can whip them properly. Her prowess of getting that pass inside the box has been excellent for Frazsiers whip, especially in the first leg of this semi-final encounter. Thomas switches out wide to Abel, to Tavia Gill. Brianna Marr now has a chance to get a shot at goal, and the shot comes off. It's a block, and she goes again. Brianna Marr strikes level for Real Mona. A defensive error by Tafia Gale there for Frazier's whip. And Mona have punished them for the error. Goalkeeper Robinson did well the first time to get a block on it. Let's take a look at it again. It's Brandon Mart on the left foot. Wasn't a bad shot at all. Had the goalkeeper full stretched. And 4 or 5 players couldn't get the second ball to be cleared. And Brandon Mart converted from point blank range. The deficit back to where we started. Thomas. Here's Gale again. Gale still driving. Gale gets the pass inside the box. And some rough tackles coming in from Real Mona. They're fighting for something here. That's into the middle of the park. And should get a free kick. And Stevenson goes to the pocket for the first yellow card of the game. And we can clearly see the game plan here by Near Oxford is to really catch Frazier's whip on the counter after committing so much bodies. Look at Evans, that's dancing through the middle of the park, getting by 2 players. And that was Jennifer Williams that time. The referee will recall the restart. Says she wasn't ready. They'll have to change the game plan now. This time dinking it inside the box, headed clear by Williams. Kayona Brown, ooh, lovely strength there. And recovering well is the number 14, one of the twins from Real Mona. Gill to Thomas. Play has been halted and the referee will head over to the bench. Seems like she's been summoned by the 4th official. And supposedly some dissent coming in from the coaching staff of Real Mona. And the referee calling a few players. Issuing some caution, just calming down the temperature of the game. You would think that it's a close contest on aggregate. But both teams are fiercely contesting for whatever ruins is left of this second leg. The yellow card comes out for Captain Never Gale Abel. Courtney Dowdy still not moved by what's unfolding.
Caution issued. Frazier's whip. Player number 4, Never Gale Abel. Caution issued in the 36 minutes unofficial time.
So drop ball to restart play. Here's Thomas. So the fourth official calling over the referee was to give the yellow card to the captain of Frazsiers Whip for an off the ball infringement. Here's Pendergrass. Still holding up play back to Brady. Goes inside to Pendergrass. Back to Ashley. Bosley Vach. Real Mona is trying to get out of this tight squeeze by the Frazsiers Whip team. And players down for Frazsiers. She'll get some treatment from the medics. Of course, Frazsiers Whip are unbeaten up to this point this season. Ashley looking for the run of charisma. Abel, Tavia Gale rather, did well. And again, the referee halting play to check on another Real Mona player who's down. Let's take a look at the replay, see what happened. Ooh. Yeah, that was a hand to the face. Looked deliberate as well. And the linesman was well positioned from the other side. Could have seen what happened. Again, another Frazsiers Whip player lucky to not have got away with it. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. That's not sportsmanship-like. Not the type of game we'd want to see unfold, especially not at this level. Gale has been put under some pressure by these movement by Charisma Gale and Brianna Marr and Ashbourne. That would have forced her error as well. That would have caused the equalizer. And that just seems like a player lashing out, really. Let's hope we can get back things to normal. Referee is going to have to be a little bit more hands-on in this encounter here. A bit more watchful. So, Real Mona playing with 10 for now, while Charisma Karen is being treated. Here's Thomas for Frazsiers Whip. Here's a goal scorer. Gilbert's being roughed up there by Brianna. It's a pretty rough game so far. It's tit for tat, really. It's going to be a free kick, and Gil will be taken. Six players inside the box. Whips onside and headed clear. It's going to be a throw-in. Pendergrass with the clearance. Here's Gale. Has options behind her. Bosdevac being shoved off. Atkinson now with the cross. Again, headed clear by Ashley this time. Evans couldn't get it far enough. It's back with Atkinson. Atkinson. And a crunching challenge coming in from Kayana Brown. She's only about 14 years old. Charisma is back in the park. Will they be able to keep it in play? And the linesman on the near side says no. So the game plan from Frazier's Whip is to really stretch the defense of, or the composition of this Real Mona team. And Real Mona trying to be as compact as possible to catch Frazier's Whip on the counter attack. Here's Ashbourne. Gets it inside. Pendergrass, the under 15 national. Ashbourne going down. Says she was stepped on. And a belated whistle again, causing a bit of frustration. So 2 minutes to be added in the first half here. Stoppage time. Cross comes inside the box. Here's Ashbourne trying to create some space for the shot, but a little bit too casual again. And the pass over the top, bursting down the flank. Here's Gilbert. And cleared up field by Shanika Young in goal. Bosdevac trying to press. Gilbert again bursting down this flank. Can she keep it in play? Yes, she can. Stolen by Brianna. She has been instrumental defensively in terms of getting back, because she's the left winger for Real Mona. But she has been coming back pretty well to help. Lovely turn. Dances inside. Lovely move here. Can she get the shot off? Still trying to create space. Brady with the instrumental tackle there. And a shot. Trying to go for the Travolta. And this time, shot by Salmon going pretty wide. It's not her day so far, but she has been knocking. Just about completed the 2 added minutes. Yvette Stevenson have seen enough of the first half. 2 goals in it, 1 apiece. Frazsiers whip, they started it stronger after 2 with some commanding movement and excellent finish to open the goal scoring. Was Nevergill able at the right spot at the right time? And then Real Mona would respond courtesy of a Brianna Marr strike, a double strike really, to get herself and her team level. Halftime, Real Mona 1, Frazsiers whip 1.
And Ocoscopic with the continued support of the Jamaica Football Federation.
First half highlights. Frazsiers whip had a few chances. This one was tipping right at the end, but just missed the crossbar. And then a little bit too casual at the back here. Richards lays it on the platter for Salmon. And then this one, forcing Robinson to make a save. This ball coming over the top, lovely take from Richards. And then on the top of the box there, lays it on the platter for her captain, who finishes well. Her 13th goal of the season. It was jubilation. And some other chance came. Richards connecting well with Price, and this shot couldn't connect on target for Christina Salmon. Lovely movements here. And then this is where the mistake happened. Tavia Gale, not sure of where she was and who was with her, but it was Brianna Marr with a left-footed shot, forced to save, and the follow-up, a tap home from Brianna Marr. The Merle Grove High student. That's how the first half ended. We're live from the University of the West Indies, Mona campus, the JFF Harrisborough Center of Excellence, to be exact. We'll see you on the other side for the second half of proceedings.
Alright, once we enter through that door, I know the main door for the trophy.
Alright, so you say you're sure this is the main door?
Definitely. So once we come around and go through the glass door, we are going to see the trophy. Because we plan to steal it. That time you're too slow here, too slow. Ashley, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, can hear you. I'm on it.
Alright, cool.
I was going to say, Madonna.
One more.
It all comes down to this. Defend it or lose it. Watch Jamaica Women's Premier League this Saturday.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause to find power, because in those moments, we discover our true potential. Pause is power.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's big deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Football massive, get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload the ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker.
Much quicker.
And you need to make sure.
Need to.
I'm the coach.
And I'm the assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
Alright, once we enter through that door, I know the main door for the trophy.
Alright, so you say you're sure this is the main door?
Definitely. So once we come around and go through the glass door, we are going to see the trophy. Because we plan to steal it. That time you're too slow here? Too slow. Ashley, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, can hear you. I'm on it.
Alright, cool.
Wait, I was supposed to them do ya? One more.
It all comes down to this. Defend it or lose it. Watch Jamaica Women's Premier League this Saturday.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your
So then second half action in the semi-finals. Second leg here between Real Mona and the Frazsiers Whip. The score is locked at 1-1. But Frazsiers Whip, they continue to lead on aggregate 5-0. 45 more minutes left to play to decide the first finalist of the Jamaica Women's Premier League 2026 season. How much more can Real Mona break down this deficit? And can Frazsiers Whip keep their cool? Was a bit of fierce fights in the first half. That saw a few players getting some yellow cards. Was getting real feisty in the last few minutes of it or so. Already 4 inside the box and just 2 lurking on the outside. And who better to whip it in than Tavia Gale? Gale delivers, and the ball does its job, blocking the effort, forcing Frazsiers to retreat. Robinson doing the no-nonsense clearance, allowing her team to reset quickly. Here's Boslevac. And the flag on the far side, offside. Here's Kershaw Thomas. Price. Atkinson into space. And that's a hard foul. It's going to be another card. And it's a dangerous area as well for another set piece. It's a foul that had to be given. It was a good-looking ball that was passed into the path of the leading goal scorer of the league, Salmon. A very strong center forward she is. Going into the referee bad book. Shanae Ashley, the only Jamaica Women's Premier League player to be called up to the senior squad, the Reggae Girls squad. Three in the wall against Salmon. Salmon trying to find the far corner, but Shanika Young was well positioned in goal. Here's Brianna Marno for Real Mona. Dinks it, finds Ashbourne. Looking for the whistle, it didn't come, but it comes now. But it's for the flag on the far side. Says it's an offside against Real Mona. Referee halts play to consult with our fourth official again. May have been mixed up with the cautioning Both number 12s from each team getting a yellow card. She just want to ensure that their data is corresponding. So Jennifer Williams would have gotten the yellow card in the first half for Frazier's Whip. And now Shani Ashley for Real Mona. Looks like we have things sorted out now. Here we go again. Richards. Broken up. Brianna Mark, she has been everywhere for Real Mona. The switch comes to find Brady. Back inside. Bosley Vatch has a runner to the left and to the right. Oh, that's a lovely pass for Ashbourne. Can she get him behind the defense? Can she finish? What a save! That was a strong hand. Oh, what a pass from Bosley Vatch to get in between the defense. Kershaw Thomas, she tried her best to throw off Ashbourne. But what about the save from Robinson to keep it at bay? That deficit could have been cut to 4. And I'm sure at that point in time, Coach Dowdy would have been on his feet for the rest of this game. What a chance that was. That would have really put this game on its head. The cross comes in from Tavia Gale, dealt with. Here's Bosley Vetch trying to get under pressure. And roughed up again was Salmon. They have been treating her very violently today. The leading goal scorer not getting any time on the football really today. Williams. Been roughed up by Brown, stolen. Here's Ashbourne, goes wide to Brianna Marr, the goal scorer. Real Mona now sensing some belief here, and that could be dangerous. It got them to this point. Kiana Brown, inside for Evans. All the way back to Ashley. The pass over the top again to Ashbourne. Gets behind the defense. And the goalkeeper off her line, but decided to clear her lines was Williams. And so the high line now for Frazier's Whip is causing a bit of problems. And just as I said that the game is getting on its head, would have forced Courtney Dowdy to be on his feet. There he is on his feet as well. Yeah, he's not interested in what's happening. Is he concerned? We'll find out. Frazier's Whip with possession. Thomas. Out wide to Williams. And the pass over the top, looking for the run of Williams. Coming across is Brady. And a strong challenge coming in. It's going to go Real Mona's way. The call. Free kick to Real Mona. Ashbourne getting the blunt of the tackles from the Frazier's whip defense. And on the other side, Salmon getting the blunt of the challenges. So some notable changes for Frazier's whip. The captain, Nevergale Abel, has been substituted for Talisha. We'll talk a little bit more about that. A nice pass inside the box and another chance for Ashbourne to connect with. And these chances being missed could be costly. So Nevergale Abel being withdrawn from the game. She's on a yellow card. And, of course, Coach Doty not wanting to risk missing her captain in the finals if they are to qualify as it stands. And also Gilbert's being also replaced, the Skalisha Gilbert, replaced by Tanishka Ratri. Ashley. Back to Shanika Young. Boots it into touch. It's going to be a throw in Frazier's whip. Here's a substitute. Finds Tavia Gale. Being roughed up by Evans. Gale. Can she get the cross in? Keeps it in play. And dribbles it outside into touch. Tavia Gale seems to be down on the far side for Frazier's whip. And it's starting to look a bit uncomfortable for the defending champions right now. But for it to benefit Real Mona, they need to convert these chances being created. McLaren. Boslevach. Brianna Marr. Trying to get out of this tight space, being sucked in by Frazier's. That's going to run into touch for a goal kick. We're on the brink of the hour mark. 30 minutes left to play. What can Real Mona create in their response? Asia Lee pressuring Ashbourne. Here's Pendergrass. Trying to find Kiana Brown, but snuffed out. Pendergrass again. Over the top into space. It's a tough battle between Ashbourne and this defense here by Frazier's Whip. It's beginning to get a little bit more exciting. The possibilities of what could happen. DeAndre Brady throws it to Boslevich. Takes it down well. Been roughed up already by Talicia, the substitute who just came on. She has a big duty replacing Nevergale Abel. Thomas boats this one upfield to the other substitute. Rattray on the far side, have space and time. Decides to slow it down all the way back to Tavia Gale. Brianna Marr again. And a shove in the back will give away a free kick. And she knows it wasn't the best decision. Real Mono is now playing a little bit more open than in the first half. They're willing to commit players forward now. Ashley loft this one up the field, looking for the run of Brianna Marr. Can she get there in time? And well marshaled for a goal kick was Rattray. Well, Tavia Gale, rather. Kiana Brown snuffing out that danger there. Ashbourne now forcing the challenge. Back into space. And the switch comes again. It's Kai Phillips, the 14-year-old. Pushing the envelope down the right-hand side. Getting beyond the defense now. Here's Richards. Has few inside the box. One on top of the 18 and a shot comes in. Saved by Shanika Young. And the play is still live. They come the other way now. McLaren inside for Boslevich. Loses possession easily. On top now. Trying to create some space for the shot. Blocked, charged down, and cleared by DeAndre Brady. Kai Phillips now trying to go down the left-hand side here. And the referee calls for the medics to pay attention, deeming it to be some head injury. This game is on the tip of the iceberg. Seemed like the ball hit her in the face rather than the player, but they will take it. Kershaw Thomas having to do a lot in this Frazier's Whip setup. There's no Spence in the Frazier's Whip team today. She is not on the bench either. Oh, how they would have needed her to really put this game to bed. Frazier's Whip. Chanel Spence. Is the fourth highest goal scorer in the league with 18. Only Douglas. Yeah. It's been a fierce battle in the second half, especially both teams going at each other. Evans dancing through the middle of the park there, getting by two players, being fouled. And roughed up was Phillips there by Tavia Gale. Then it was time for Salmon Ashley getting the yellow card that point in time. And again, Brady coming across to tackle up Atkinson. Ashbourne being marked very closely by this defense. And yeah, it's been a crazy game so far. Price pushes. Lovely pass inside. Cuts on top of the 18. Lovely pass out wide. Telesia gets it on the left, back out wide to Price. And trying to get the cross inside, controls well. But the flag on the far side goes up for offside. As was mentioned, Charles Spence, 18 goals. Tying with Douglas on 18 as well. Only Venice Reed from Los Perfectos on 22, and Salmon who scored more goals than her. Evans, Phillips, back inside now for McLaren. Another challenge coming in. Referee calls the free kick. Evans has been doing some fantastic work in the middle of the park as well for Real Mona. Evading those challenges, and look at this. Ooh, you're a bit late, ma'am. Sends inside the box, headed clear by Thomas. And finally booted upfield by Asia, headed back down by Brady. Kiana Brown doing well to make it difficult for Atkinson. And Ashley booted that one into touch for a throw-in. Atkinson throwing to Price. Switches it inside the middle of the park now. Here's Williams. Back out to Price. Dinks inside the box. And a foot save again from Young. Still with Frazier's whip though. Here's Telesia. Out wide now for Gale. And the flag again on the far side coming up. And the goalkeeper is down. Has been a pretty rough game as well for Tavia Gale. Lots of running, lots of tackling. The number 20 from Frazier's. Neil Oxford on his feet from the onset of this encounter. There's some sort of belief in this Real Mona team. And if they could pull back a goal or two, it should get very, very interesting in the last few moments of this second half. This is what the semi-final is. This is what it means to these players, these coaching staff and all, who are very much invested. Both teams trying to fight for the first spot in the finals. And they're putting everything on the line out there. Shanika Young, goalkeeper for Real Mona, getting some treatment. Both teams using the stoppage time here to get some hydration. It's very humid down here at the GFF Harrisboro Center of Excellence. Frazsiers whip. Gets the cross inside the box. And at the back post, is trying to get it inside. And Boslevich with the clearance. Here's Price. Goes for the shot. And miles off target. It's beginning to get a little bit scrappled here. And Real Mona, interestingly, looks to more settle after two. Of course, this game is locked at 1-1, but there are a few chances created by Real Mona in this second half that could have really changed the complexion of this game. There are a few chances in there for Ashbourne, especially. There she is. This was a beautiful ball threaded by Boslevich and just couldn't put her foot right through that one to find the back of the net. And then this one dinked over the top, and had she got that header on target, could have been 2 more goals chalked off that deficit. Chances going to beg for Real Mona. And it seems like there'll be an imminent change for the goalkeeper in the Real Mona squad. The #1 goalkeeper, Anastasia Green, who started in goal for the most of the season, will be injected in this game now. She gets some applause from the bench. Confirmation of the change. Just under 20 minutes left in this second half here of this semi-final second leg. Shanae Ashley lofts this one upfield, finds Ashbourne, turns, and a player running through the back of the Ashbourne. No calls from the referee. Interestingly, Price loses possession. It should be a throw into Real Mona. Danger Brady will come to take. Pendergrass switches it nicely, finds Brianna. Here's McLaren. Was looking out wide for Kiana Brown, who not able to get there in time to keep it in play. Again, Real Mona not as cagey as they were in the first half. Evans back to Boslevich. Couldn't connect with Evans on that time. Stolen by Pendergrass. Shove it back from Price. Free kick to Real Mona. There was one earlier that was infringed on Ashbourne that didn't get called, which was a bit more aggressive than this one. Pass, crossing inside the box. Not dealt with just yet by Frazsiers whip. And they're able to come away with it now. Here's Price. Finds the leading goal scorer, Salmon. Brady comes across to nullify the attack. And Christina dribbling outside. Throw into Real Mona. Oh, lovely touch from the 14-year-old. Kiana Brown wins her team another throw-in. And Real Mona can advance some attacking players now. Here's Boslevich. Talicia. Asking a lot of Rattray. She manages to keep it in play. And wins herself. Well, I thought it was going to be a corner kick, but the flag on the far side signals a goal kick. Brianna Marr to McLaren inside. Movements on the other side now. Still Brianna Marr. Back to McLaren. Thomas now for Frazsiers. Inside for Williams. All the way back to Asia Lee. And now Price on this near side. Frazsiers just trying to kill the momentum. Keeping possession of this one, booted upfield into space for Williams. And a crunching tackle from Brady. And gets herself the free kick as well. A few players on this Real Mona team really committing themselves to this second half. Ashley again to launch. Boslevich helps it on with her. It's going to be an infringement call on Brianna Brown. Brianna Marr for a high boot. Yeah. Kai Phillips. Inside for McLaren. Boslevich now overlapping is Kiana Brown. Dinks it over the top. The goalkeeper is off her line. And the defense not able to deal with the pressure just far. Kiana Brown now with possession. Shoved off. Referee allows play to continue. Thomas picks it up. Brianna Marr steals possession. It's back with Frazsiers now. Down the flank. Here's Richards. Two inside the box already. And Ashley clearing that pass that was meant for Salmon. Here's Talicia. Richards now. Still Richards dances inside the box looking for the call. It won't come today. And the referee will halt play to attend to Richards. We're in the 80th minute now. Evans. Oh, lovely pass. Goalkeeper already off her line, sensing the danger. Pendergrass doing well. Price. Atkinson. Williams now. Thomas. Gill. The cross comes inside the box. Cleared by Ashley. Headed back into the box. Here's Salmon with the turn on the left foot. And a scuffed shot goes wide. She hasn't had a good look today. She has worked really hard, but this defense from Real Mona has been stubborn today. Here's Richards. Helps it out wide to Rattray. Rattray trying to get rid of Phillips. Referee will call the foul for a clear push in the back. It was Evans. Seems like she was falling over her own feet as well. And momentum just carried her into the back of the Frazsiers whip player. Gale to deliver. Five players inside the box for Frazsiers. Everybody inside the box except for Kiana Brown for Real Mona. The cross comes inside, heads goes up, and it's just over the top. And we'll head out for a goal kick. Salmon steals possession. Salmon blocked. Telesia out wide to Gale. Swings inside the box. It's a Richard strike. But the flag was up. Again, Salmon can't get a shot on target. That was a much clearer chance for her. Quickly charged down by Shanae Ashley. Brianna chasing the loose ball, but mopped up by Thomas. Switches the play. Frazier's whip. Now it's with Shantae Price inside for Williams. Lovely split pass there. Atkinson has a lot to do, decides to go back to Williams. Price has it now. Switches it into the middle of the park. Thomas. Gale. Talicia. Lovely pass for Rattray. Can she get the cross off? Decides to slow it down. All the way back to Gale. The cross finally comes, headed clear by Ashley. And away by Phillips. Thomas will pick up the pieces. Back in the middle of the park for Williams. Here's Price. Dances. Price fancies one! Just over the bar. There's going to be a change by Frazier's whip. Salmon will be taken out. Won't find the back of the net today. Won't extend her goal scoring prowess.
Substitution for
Shawnee Chambers enters.
Player number 90, Christina Samuel, has been replaced by player number 14, Shawnee Chambers. Substitution in the 85th minute.
Throwing for Real Mona. We're in the 85th minute of action. Ashbourne looking for movements, turns, trying to go by Asia. Sent all the way back to the goalkeeper. Pressing is Evans. Play stopped in the middle of the park. Another look at the effort. She lined it up pretty nicely, just couldn't get the dip in time. Had that gone in, it would have been something special. Change by Frazsiers. Monica Boslevich exits.
Substitution for Real Mona. Player number 16,
Atkinson
Monica
will keep it in play.
replaced by player number
Has
31,
help. The cross picked up by McLaren. Telesia steals it. Lining up a shot. Pushed away, and the effort! Rifle just over the bar. Rattray. She has been a live wire since coming on for Frazsiers Whip on that far right-hand side. Brianna Marr trying to keep this one in play for Real Mona. Still going, Brianna Marr. Lines up a shot, decided to find one of her teammates. Ashbourne! Ashbourne! Shot blocked, charged down, sent into touch for a corner kick. This has been a scintillating second half. And I'm sure this performance from Real Mona is one that Neil Oxford would have wanted in the first leg. But when this team finds belief, what they can imagine of themselves is tremendous. Corner kick to be taken by captain Shanae Ashley. Lots of bodies inside the box. And the cross comes inside. Finally cleared. Only as far as Brady, though. She will help it upfield. Finds Brianna. Brianna Marr, still with possession. All the way back to Brady. Headed clear by Pendergrass. If this scoreline remains the same, this will be the first team to prevent Frazsiers Whip from winning a contest this season. This is the first game that they would drop points. Another shot lined up by Shantae Price. She had a good game. She looks bright for the future as well. Her technical abilities, her sense of the game, her pace. Again, if the scoreline remains the same, Real Mona will be the first team to hold this Frazsiers Whip team to a draw. Richards, Phillips fighting. Here's Rattray now and being hauled off by Phillips. She's a 14-year-old playing left back, center back. She has been very industrious for this team as well. Henry couldn't control first time. 4 minutes of added time left to play in this encounter. Here's Price driving forward. Being forced wide by Ashbourne. Looking for the pass inside, but snuffed out by DeAndre Brady. Richards, Atkinson, still Atkinson, shot blocked, sent into touch. Another throw in for Frazier's Whip. They're trying to win this game. At this point in time, it's just about the psyche. It's about the psychological effect of going into the finals off the momentum of a win. Because this game is pretty much done and dusted in terms of aggregate and who will advance to the final. And it's just all about reputation at this point in time as well for Real Mona. McLaren, who's had an outstanding season as well for Frazier's Whip, is being ejected out of this game. And in comes Tiara Vidal. Throwing to be taken by Shantae Price. Taken short. Price. Inside for Williams. Here's Gale now. Sends it wide for Rattray.
Substitution for Real Mona. Player number 13, Charisma McLaren, has been replaced by player number 2,
Still Rattray.
Tiara Vidal. Also, substitution
Henry now
for
chasing.
Frazier's Whip.
Coming across well. Skersha Thomas.
Player number 8, the corner Richards, has been replaced
Vidal with her first work of duty. Rattray. The cross comes inside the box. Headed clear. Only as far as Williams. And now finally cleared. But will be picked up by Williams. And a strong challenge coming in from Pendergrass. They're trying to hold on for the draw here. Williams being forced back. Kershaw Thomas now. Again out wide to Tanvia Gale. Here's Price. Still Price. Switches the flank, was looking for Rattray, broken up by DeAndre Brady. Now it's time for Evans. DeAndre Brady just keeping possession for Real Mona. Rattray will use her pace and her skill. And the flag on the far side will signal a free kick for Real Mona. There's been some outstanding performance today on both sides of the park. Williams, oh, lovely pass out wide to Rattray. This is the first time a pass like that she's been unable to keep it in play. She has had a good spell since coming on. Lots of players have had a tremendous game today. Talking about Brianna Marr. That's the final whistle. Real Mona, the first team to hold Frazier's Whip to a draw for this 2026 season. As the curtain comes close on Real Mona's dream and aspirations. But Frazier's Whip into a fourth consecutive final in the Jamaica Women's Premier League. They've done it again. 6-0 on aggregate. A stellar performance in the first leg, but they had to fight in this one. a really strong performance from Real Mona. And I'm sure they would have wanted this performance as well in the first leg. It was competitive. It was exciting. This is the Jamaica Women's Premier League. Full-time score. Real Mona FC 1. Frazsiers Whip 1.
Later on in our curtain closer, we have Los Perfectos going up against Arnett Gardens. That game is slated to start at 6 p.m.
Full-time highlights. Frazsiers Whip, they started on the ascendancy quickly. There was this shot that tipped just as it passed over the crossbar. And then this chance here by Salmon. Hit straight at Shanika Young in goal. This shot at the front post, parried away. And then this pass over the top by Richards. Lovely pass here and able to finish. It was a lovely team goal that got Frazsiers Whip going, put them 6-0. Well, 6 on aggregate, 6-0 on aggregate at that point in time. And then this lovely team goal, well, lovely play that had Salmon strike at goal again, but couldn't find the target again. Shantae Price, the number 3 for Frazsiers Whip, she has had a fantastic game in defense and in transition. And then this mistake from Tavia Gale, Brianna Marr inside the box on the left foot, shot, kick save, and then she parried and followed up to tap home the equalizer for Real Mona. That goal gave them some sense of belief. The way they started the second half, this lovely pass from Boslievich that found Ashbourne, who couldn't strike it clearly enough to beat Robinson in goal. A strong right hand. And then this pass over the top. Oh, she was by herself in no man's land there. Couldn't get a connection. And then Price had a few looks as well. This one dipped just over the crossbar. A stellar performance from her in attack and in defense.
Substitution in the 87th.
Talisa Richards, she came on and she tried her luck as well. And so too did Rattray. That one was hit ferociously. And this one, Ashbourne got the shot off. And a block by Shantae Price again. She was everywhere. She was emphatic. She was brilliant. And she'll be playing in the Jamaica Women's Premier League Grand Finale full time.
Digital platforms. So be sure to follow us on.
So the right side of the bracket has been completed. Frazsiers Whip, they advance to the final, and they will await the winner of the Arnett Gardens and Los Perfectos encounter that comes up in a few moments. That one 3-2 in aggregate, just a goal the difference. And that one sets up to be another exhilarating contest. Second leg is approaching. My name is Javid. This is how we close out the second leg of that encounter. See you in the second game.
Dawn in Jamaica women's football, and the finish was deadly. Chanel Spence has done it again. Gregory, goal!